The union between Achampong and Obenewa was marked by love and mystery, with the enigma of Achampong's ancient pot casting a shadow over their shared happiness. Obenewa, feeling the deep bond of their marriage, struggled with the secrecy surrounding the pot. She believed that as husband and wife, no secrets should lie between them. Yet Achampong, bound by a complex web of emotions and hidden truths, insisted that the mystery of the pot was a burden meant only for his shoulders, claiming it was for her own good to remain ignorant of its contents. Despite his justifications, Obenewa sensed the strain of unspoken words, the weight of the untold story creating an invisible barrier in their otherwise harmonious life. Months into their marriage, news of Obenewa's miraculous recovery spread like wildfire. Once shunned due to her disability, Obenewa's beauty, now fully unveiled by her newfound health, drew many admirers. Men from near and far, captivated by her radiant appearance and the tale of her healing, began flocking to her, each eager to win her heart. This sudden attention, sparked by her transformation and enhanced beauty, created a buzz in the community. Her past, marked by rejection and solitude, contrasted sharply with her present as she became the object of many men's desires. The dramatic change in how people saw and approached Obenewa stirred a mix of emotions, from astonishment to speculation, adding a new layer of complexity to her life story. Obenewa's love for Achampong was deep and unwavering. Despite her newfound attention from other men, she remained devoted to her husband. Each time a suitor approached her, she confided in Achampong, sharing her discomfort as if she were still unattached. Achampong, who had healed and wed her, stood by her faithfully, fulfilling his role as her partner with honor and care. His lack of wealth never hindered his dedication to Obenewa. Their bond was fortified by mutual respect and love, creating a protective barrier against the advances and intentions of others. This unshakable loyalty between them was a testament to their profound connection, showcasing a partnership built on trust and deep affection, undisturbed by external allure or material wealth. Achampong, once an outsider, successfully acquired land and began a new life with his wife, Obenewa. Their deep love for each other was evident, but their union also sparked varied reactions in the town. Friends celebrated their happiness, while others, driven by envy, became foes. Many men in the town, captivated by Obenewa's beauty, now regretted their past indifference and scorned Achampong for winning her heart. Whispers and discontent grew, as some questioned why a newcomer deserved such a gem like Obenewa. The irony was stark. These were the same men who had once shunned her because of her disability. Now, blinded by jealousy, they overlooked the transformative love and healing Achampong had brought into her life. Many in the town believed that Achampong, poor and simply a herbalist, was unworthy of Obenewa's beauty. They pursued her with promises of wealth and comfort, tempting her to forsake her humble life. Obenewa, frustrated and weary from their relentless advances, rebuffed these suitors harshly, standing firm in her loyalty to Achampong. The pressure mounted as some men, undeterred by her refusals, escalated their efforts by presenting lavish proposals to her mother, hoping to sway her with their riches. Yet, like her daughter, she too rejected these overtures. In the shadows of the town, a group of men harbored a dark secret. Driven by envy and unrequited desire, they saw Achampong as nothing more than a barrier to be removed. They rationalized that his demise, given his status as an outsider, would stir little commotion. The ringleader, consumed by his infatuation with Obenewa, orchestrated a sinister plot to eliminate Achampong. Their conspiracy grew as they closely watched Achempong's routines, waiting for an opportunity to strike. One fateful day, they noticed him heading to the farm alone, an isolated figure against the vast expanse of land. Seizing their chance, they stealthily followed him, their hearts filled with malice, their minds fixated on the grim task ahead. In Ghana, herbalists are often revered for their formidable powers, making them challenging adversaries both in the physical and spiritual realms. Achempong, despite being viewed as just a stranger in the community, was no exception to this rule. When confronted by the men who sought his demise, a fierce confrontation ensued, steeped in the clash of mortal intent and mystical forces. Achempong, tapping into his profound herbal and spiritual knowledge, managed to turn the tide against his assailants. The battle was intense, a tumultuous struggle where the air seemed charged with the power of ancient wisdom and raw human malice. Despite the odds, Achempong emerged victorious, forcing the aggressors to retreat, their plans thwarted by his strength and the unseen support of the divine. Witnessing the failed attempt on his life, Achempong chose silence, keeping the incident to himself. He believed that the god's protection was a silent testament to his rightful place and purpose in the community. Achempong gathered Obenewa, his voice heavy with unspoken truths, ready to unveil the secret of his mysterious pot. He began, "The time has come for you to understand, my dear. My abilities are inherited, bestowed upon me by the gods for this sacred duty." He paused, his eyes reflecting the gravity of his confession. This pot, though void of gold or jewels, harbors something far more valuable than silver or gold. Just as he was about to reveal more, their intimate moment was interrupted by the urgent arrival of a villager, cradling a sick child in desperate need of healing. The conversation was abruptly halted as Achempong tended to the child, the unfinished secret hanging in the air like a lingering whisper. In the evening, Obenewa, driven by a mix of concern and curiosity, pressed him to continue. With a tremble in his voice and tears brimming in his eyes, Achempong confessed, "My wife, within this pot resides the essence of my healing powers, a divine presence that sustains my life." The revelation hung between them, charged with emotional and spiritual intensity, marking a pivotal moment in their shared journey, deepening their bond with the sacred secret now shared. Achempong's voice was low and heavy with the weight of memories as he revealed his past to Obenewa. "Years ago, I was on the brink of death, a young boy with no hope left," he began, his eyes distant with the pain of remembrance. "My desperate father took me to my grandfather, a revered herbalist, who claimed the gods would heal me under one strict condition. His father, driven by fear and love, agreed without hesitation to the mysterious terms." Achempong continued, "My grandfather's stipulation was that upon his death, I must succeed him as the herbalist and guardian of this sacred pot." He gestured to the ancient vessel, his reverence palpable. "He confided in my father that this pot contained my life force. If ever I neglected it, allowing it to break, I would lose my healing powers and die instantly." His confession filled the room with a thick silence as Obenewa absorbed the gravity of his words. "This pot," Achempong whispered, "is not just a container. It's the keeper of my soul and the source of my existence." His admission brought a profound sense of vulnerability, unveiling the deep spiritual bond between Achempong and the mysterious pot, and the life or death responsibility it represented in his journey as a healer. Upon learning the truth, Obenewa was struck with shock, her heart heavy with the burden of her husband's secret. Yet She wrapped Acheampong in a comforting embrace, her voice steady and resolute. "I will guard this pot with my life," she vowed, her determination fueled by gratitude for the man who had healed and loved her. "This secret is safe with me." In the months that followed, Obiniwa became the unwavering sentinel of the pot, her days consumed with its safeguarding. Her world narrowed to the confines of their home, where she vigilantly watched over the vessel that held her husband's life force. Rarely stepping outside, her existence intertwined with the duty of protecting Acheampong's essence. She tended to the pot with a reverent diligence, cleaning it daily, her eyes scanning its surface for any signs of damage. The thought of even a single crack appearing on it filled her with dread. Obinewa's life became a silent testament to her unwavering commitment, a constant dance of love and protection, encapsulating the depth of her loyalty and the profound bond of trust and duty between the couple. Tragedy struck when a boy suffering from an asthma attack was hurriedly brought to Mr. Acheampong's doorstep in the dead of night. Panic and hope collided as the desperate family sought his healing touch. However, the moment Acheampong assessed the boy, a heavy silence fell. The child had already succumbed to his condition before reaching him. Acheampong's somber declaration that the boy was dead upon arrival sent shockwaves through the grief-stricken family. The situation took a darker turn as one of the family members, harboring a vengeful grudge from a previous altercation with Acheampong in the fields, seized the moment to twist the narrative. He vehemently denied the truth of the boy's time of death, accusing Acheampong of foul play. The accusation was a malicious strike, leveraging the family's grief to target Acheampong, driven by unresolved anger and the desire for retribution. Acheampong, caught in the whirlwind of accusations and grief, found himself at a loss. His attempts to clarify the truth were met with distrust and anger, his words dissolving into the charged air of mourning and hostility. He stood isolated, a healer powerless against the tide of suspicion and malice, his reputation and integrity under siege. The next day the air was tense as the chief received news of the tragic incident, and Acheampong was urgently summoned to the palace. With the community's eyes on him, Acheampong faced a crisis that threatened not only his reputation, but also his very existence. The stakes were high as the narrative paused, leaving everyone wondering how Acheampong would navigate the accusations hurled against him. The secret of the mystical pot, once safely shared with his wife Obinewa, now added layers of complexity and danger to his predicament. As Acheampong prepared to confront the chief's inquiries, the question of whether he could dispel the cloud of suspicion loomed large. The tale was at a crucial juncture, with Acheampong's life and legacy on the line. Stay tuned to Ananse Web of Tales for the next gripping installment of Acheampong's journey. Don't miss the unfolding drama in Part 3, where secrets, loyalty and destiny will collide. Subscribe for updates and let us know your location as we traverse this captivating saga together. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling narrative adventure.